keeping the lobby. So
yeah, I guess that's how you keep people interested. You know, show that people were dedicated and still playing. But I guess before the match actually starts, the actual format for this, since it wasn't told, is each team member, you're gonna have 4 matches for one for each team member, and it's gonna be a first to 3 for each one. And the winning team is the one that ultimately has the most wins on their side.
Oh, so we're gonna have to actually keep tally and keep score, huh? Go ahead and open Notepad++.
Go ahead. All right. Metera versus Ladiva. All right. Nekotech in the back, takes some space.
Already?
I was gonna say the same thing you are. It's like, well, you know, Metera taking space. Well, there's
The thing that's standing up on my mind is, like, since we broke each other's momentum, I lost count of how many counter hits have already been shown on the screen. Retro dodging, getting tagged, but finally getting a command throw to get straight back in center screen. Kind of botches the setup afterwards, and that gives Nekotech all the space in the world to stand up and take the first round.
all right. So you got a pretty big difference here. Mr. Retro finds a way in, but not really able to find any momentum. But the corner push is there. We got a hit, but again, that momentum is not quite fulfilled there. In fact, it just all got turned on to Retro as Nekotech takes the corner for herself, but just goes to town on Ladiva.
And he's not trying to go too far. Instead of trying to fade back, he's going and pushing the issue with Retro stuck in the corners, using the Sabag to put on the damage, and now willing to zone to the I say that.
Yeah, that very much the tree and gives the Retro the opening for the super, but
Finish.
alas,
It doesn't look good on me.
Nekotech unfazed.
Under the lariat, and that's the first game for Nekotech, the first game for the Coastal Conquerors.
Believe in victory.
Also, note in the rules that the loser can change the character in this exhibition.
Right.
They start these things out with a knockdown, speed and pressure.
Beefy jumping to come after it as well. Finally caught Retro cracking. Doesn't want to commit to it too heavily.
Retro looking for a way over those arrows and trying to land some kind of clean hit, but has yet to find one.
Talk about a clean hit. You see the damage that Neko got from that air, the anti-air conversion. Stop escape out of the corners, finds a hail of 5 A's, and that's going to be another spot to close out the first round of game 2. It's looking pretty rough for Retro out there, man.
It is. You know, on top of it being hard to get in, you know, Retro has to have that conversion, and then when you get those command grabs, you got to be ready with the follow-ups if you want to keep Metera under control, or else you're just going to be really frustrated.
Right? And the way this round has been looking so far, they've met a few times, but not on Retro's turn. Finally get a couple of folks in here, but has to be careful because there is Nekotech with another super. Gonna confirm it. You know, I thought that butterfly was sitting there for a second. We saw it.
I was going to say, Retro got a rare opportunity in another corner push, but I'm guessing that was a botched command grab, and lost it immediately.
Believe in victory.
Immediately going to Nekotech. We go into the third.
Kind of bulldog in, but it's almost rarely ready for the Metera hops from Nekotech.
And that's the sequence we saw earlier, just like the catalyst of it has happened quite a few times during the match where Nekotech has been looking for the 2U to get in, and conveniently Retro is jumping over. So Retro's never ready to come down. Nekotech's able to get a nice anti-air, anti-jump, if you will, anti-cross, however you want to put it. You can put it whichever way you want because that's Nekotech getting the first perfect of the night.
Battle 2, engage.
Alright, just gotta hop on in and get the grub. This is Professor Nekotech showing her confidence here. And that she doesn't feel like she doesn't have to take kind of conservative, I think.
What if? Yo, what if? It could happen. With the delay arrow in the air. Yo, what if? Yo!
And that's game 3. Ended on a double perfect.
Alright.
Nekotech for putting the 3 on the board immediately for the Coastal Conquerors. Good stuff for her and her Metera. Always glad to see it.
Coastal Conquerors. Yeah, that's a very fitting name for the way that game went. Jeez!
Alright, so it's the second match on the docket. And that would be SenpaiSpyder versus Chambliss. Once we get those 2 in the room, we can go ahead and get that started.
I'm really eager to see where this one's gonna go, especially with Chambliss. Chambliss, I remember that last year before we had to go our separate ways, he had like a very passing interest in Gran Blue, not one that really seemed to stick. So it's kind of amusing to me to see that he's involved in this exhibition. Want to see how far he's come along the way.
Like as far as 2D games, he's definitely been into Strive lately,
Yes.
playing Eno and Guilty Gear. But yeah, I think with everything that happened, Chambliss has probably been putting most of the time into Tekken as far as quality time goes. So I've been interested to see Chambliss and he's listed as Zooey, which it kind of makes sense to me. Like given the entire cast, that probably makes the most sense. Is where I would place Chambliss.
Thinking, I'm like, you will?
Yeah, I can see it.
Zeta?
I don't know. We got a SenpaiSpyder here listed down as Andre or Uno, whichever if you when you play Japanese or American version. But yeah, SenpaiSpyder. I don't remember if they use Andre during the CB tournaments.
I don't think so. Well, I have a second. Not full. This should be up to date. I don't know if you've been keeping up with ZD, but like the running thing, because I haven't updated my spreadsheet. I don't know how long. However, I think it's been updated since Gran Blue.
Looks like we about to roll to the right to the match.
Good, because can't find it.
But SenpaiSpyder, like Professor Nekotech, is also a recurring player back when Zonebreakers Online was running this game, and so we always saw them playing quite a bit. So it's definitely going to be a bit of an experience disparity here.
Didn't get a chance to look over to see the characters, so I'm gonna be surprised.
It was as the
You're not supposed to tell me that though.
Believe in victory.
Chambliss about to get zoned. Here we go.
All right, well, yeah, Chambliss coming in right through the front door, set the dragon.
Yeah, for rocking the dragon.
For sure. That's one of the interesting parts of Zooey, being able to set the dragon and control various places on the screen while moving around. And Andre is pretty much a Swiss Army knife of a character.
Right. Right now, we're trying to see how well the short blade works. Catches the roll, and I believe a button afterward, which is what set off the counter hit. Senpai in a pretty good position. Is able to walk at Chambliss as well, who's not willing to hold his ground. Gets clipped out of the dive, and that's going to be Senpai taking the first round pretty convincing.
Battle 2. Engage.
Andre has those long bugs and all those fireballs, so it's hard to just kind of sit there and poke at him and shoot fireballs up because he's generally wanting to control of that range.
Well, you say all that, and we saw the opener in round 2, and that has to be one of the most obnoxious things that happened to Chambliss. Was looking for air lightning, and Andre was able to slide in and has been stuck in Zoe's face since.
Using that fireball super to extend his pressure. And yeah, it is one of those things if you don't understand how the the special moves work and like frame advantage and stuff. You just kind of just have to be prey to it, unfortunately.
I told you we don't ever stop.
Mm-mm.
Bro, I told you that we don't stop. Gee. That had to have been like half a bar of chip right there.
Pretty much.
Battle 1. Engage.
Yeah, there you go. Using those Henri beams to counter any zoning, make it difficult to move. Anti-airing the super jump.
Here we are again, but Chambliss was able to get out of the corner this time. Not for long.
That's nice.
All right.
Here we are.
Witty,
back at
witty.
it. You gonna see the fireball super again?
Maybe, especially with the disparity of life at this point. Could also save it for this as well. Have a reversal just to keep Chambliss in check. And that is just like a reversal fundamental. I don't want to say 2D, but it's just any game where you have a reversal, where you're like just oppressing somebody for so long, and they finally get a chance. They're pretty liable to not pass the first opportunity they get, and that's what Senpai took in the first one. Catching up in the second one, half-life already gone off of Chambliss, getting tapped in the dome piece.
All right, Chambliss made an escape, and we got a little B&B off the 2A, so things aren't looking too bad.
Saw him reaching for the 2B and just didn't have the distance.
Trying to keep that dragon out there, and it did enough work to get Chambliss started, but did we block the first? Nah, just pretty much like the principle you mentioned earlier.
Right. The knockdowns are very sparse for Chambliss, so doesn't want to make light of any opportunity, but that is an opportunity that Senpai saw and took again, up 2-0, 2 games against Chambliss, dude. Looking for another sweep. Now don't do that either.
Yeah, trying to zone against Andre, he's pretty much a quintessential anti-zoner, quote unquote. And that's kind of one of those matchup things you just need to do.
But Chambliss was just trying to get some more Dragon Meter. Is he done for that? You don't zone. You don't walk in. You don't jump. You don't get no mid. You don't get to play the game, bro.
Just sit there and wait.
You can't even really do that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, speaking of waiting. But Chambliss fights back and gets the successful hit. So you start to see the little gaps in the pressure that Chambliss is exploiting there. And so SenpaiSpyder's not able to just kind of quote unquote go through the motions there.
Yet another dangerous position for Senpai. Getting hit, but we have to note that's full super meter over there. So the 2 for 2 with reversals might not need it with the way things are going. He's roll looking for any kind of reversal, nothing doing. So it's gonna pour on the steam. There it is. But I believe Senpai was already walking away. That's what I get to think.
Senpai looking for the parry, and this is a little too early and got zapped by the lightning. But this has been Chambliss' strongest round. Gotten the B&Bs, gotten the corner combos. Hopefully that dragon charge is in the end of the days there. All right, it survived due to the chip restriction. So one more hit will put one more block present. Uh-oh. Chambliss so close to get that first round. But that is 3 for SenpaiSpyder. Strong performance, but yeah, Chambliss had was picking it apart at the end. It was just a little too late for it though.
Right. Maybe if this was first to 5, Chambliss could have gotten some games on the board, but not the case. First to 3, so gonna have to pass the baton off to EmptyJumpJo and see what he can do against the likes of Bloo.
Bloo, another this is a member of the Georgia FGC for a good while, always in the capacity somehow, and it definitely enters a lot of tournaments for BB Tag, GB Versus. So this is another person we're familiar with, somebody who's just always on the grind playing, and he's listed on the docket for Eustace. So I think that's like the last character he played in the last GB Versus online he was on.
I mean, that's a big question mark, because we knew that he was very prior to playing Gran and Vegeta, and there was a handful of other characters. Eustace might have been one of them, but kind of felt like he would lean back to having a DP if needed.
I just remember that he tried Eustace when he came out, so I guess that's what he wants to rock for this exhibition. And we have EmptyJumpJo playing the Vaseraga. Big mean armor man.
Marching everybody down. Terror that walks. I don't want to say it tonight because he'll walk in broad daylight and do it with a white axe. He don't care.
Pretty much.
It's your problem.
Indeed. All right, so it looks like those players are ready. So
I mean, does it look like they're ready? The swords have not crossed. There we go.
there you go.
It's like somebody ain't ready for this. Have to deliver all of the smoke, as the kids say, or I guess used to say. Stop thinking.
Eustace versus
Man, time change.
Vaseraga.
Eustace.
Waiting fast. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, he did play Eustace at least one of the last few tournaments ZV had, but
Yeah, I'm not trying to doubt you or anything. I was just like, huh, okay, this is really happening.
hey man, I'm just following the infographic.
I don't trust the infographic. I don't trust anything that I read on the internet. I know better.
that is not a bad policy. But here we go. So this will be interesting because I don't remember much about Eustace. I do remember quite a bit about Vaseraga. So you know he's very good at exploiting those one moments where he catches you and he pretty much gets the world for it. But I don't know if Eustace's like zoning repertoire is enough to like really stave him off.
I don't think it is like toe to toe, but I think one of the bigger problems, if I remember correctly, is Eustace doesn't have a reversal without meter. So when March is on the table and when the armor, soul forge, I think it's called armor, something forge. Whenever there's armor, there's one part of the RPS that Eustace doesn't get to play for not having a meterless reversal or not having a reversal move. You know.
So far, Blue hasn't had much problem like tackling the armor and stuff like that.
Right.
So just gonna go ahead and just kind of block out there EmptyJumpJo, but EmptyJumpJo's been getting them hits in as well. Go straight to that conversion. Is that enough? All right, not quite. Put that meaty fireball on him. That's like the Vaseraga special. 53 of this target combo into the super, but it pretty much works for EmptyJumpJo. It takes it the last second.
That was a nail biter, but this could be the road to Reboot finally getting on the board. Yeah, I like that. By any means necessary.
Yeah.
You know what you signed up for.
Pretty much.
It's the wild one.
All right, so EmptyJumpJo's now trying to survive, but who goes ahead and on in, looking for some kind of opportunity, and that's actually what, ironically, gives EmptyJumpJo their opportunity. Now he's blocking in the corner, yeah.
And it's gonna get double confirmed from the ES grenade into the Sabah. Don't think it's enough. It is not. Getting shot. And that's what Blue was looking for at the beginning of the first round, the run of throws. That was a bit of a Serlin moment for you people at home. You mess up something, you got to prove that you can do it right. Didn't air it out this time and gets the equalizer.
So then charges in, gets the speed confirmed, charges up the armor, but fights back.
That's what's been missing for Blue a couple of times. Gets the big anti-air just to keep JumpJo in check. And that's something that's happened a couple of times throughout the game so far, where Blue gets in JumpJo's face and like just leaves a nice gap in the string.
Yeah, just as you saying it.
Yeah, it was gaps that JumpJo had been pressing into and getting counter hit for, but the resilience to try again has finally paid off for JumpJo in the Reboot gaming squad. Is that has found the way to their first game.
Gonna show the Conquerors, you know, we gonna put up a little resistance here. So good stuff to EmptyJumpJo for putting one on the board. All right, I think we got to kick back to the lobby.
Yeah. Connection was lost. Probably gonna check and make sure everything's okay, because we're out of the match now. When you got in front, it was looking kind of sus for a second. Looking a little questionable out there. Rough seas.
Mm-hmm. I see that Blue's no longer in the room, but yeah, he just reconnected rather. So looks like we got to go roll in the game too. Yep, here we go.
Rolling, 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 rolling. Yeah, the most competitive match that we've had so far.
Eustace versus Vaseraga.
Just need one of the big things I want to say, but like one of the big things that I think will really help Blue out is it's not running in.
Yeah.
Like, it's especially like having the advantage, having a life lead, and there were a couple times where he just really felt antsy and really felt the need to forego the space and just like look for a throw or like 2A or something like that. And it's like I'm not trying to sit here and say just sit on the back foot the entire time, but not that close. Not
Yeah.
that, not the Vaseraga.
Definitely get, yeah, just as Vaseraga as a character, that's not where you want to be playing around so much, especially when you already have the win. Like, it's definitely a thing that Vaseraga's a wall and he's moving towards you, so you can't just, like you said, sit on the back foot, but you can't just blatantly give him the advantage either.
Little tap afterward, but Blue coming over the top.
Got the hit confirmed, got the corner.
Laying on some plus frame. Oh, but a whiff. And that was a whiff that JumpJo was willing to challenge afterwards with, I think that was a 2H? Or 2H to you with a knockout.
Alright. Oh, good. Another good anti-air from Blue. And there it is, kind of running in there and just playing around in Vaseraga's space and got hit for it. Luckily that for Blue, EmptyJumpJo didn't cash that out too hard.
That was Troll Diggers confirmed right there, but Blue stuck with it.
Just roll with, like you said, we know what we signed up for.
Yeah. Internet gaming, let's go. Blue takes the first one as we're going around 2.
Start out with that dash. Ooh, I love jumping over that that air fireball from EmptyJumpJo.
I get the impression that that was the adaptation and everything, because that's one of the situations where Eustace has a few options, and Blue had been constantly looking for the shot afterwards. Doesn't need it for this confirm, so.
All right, running throw from Blue.
Kick throws, same thing, right?
Yeah, essentially.
Aye!
There's that super. Gotta keep that pressure tight, and you know when you have the advantage, but it's still not, you know, the end of the world. Vaseraga's on death's door, right, and no super available for him, so.
Right. And then the third thing about this is what we're seeing right here. By using the super, put Blue full screen.
All right. Yeah, let's go ahead and take the chip at this point. All right, so we one up on the board, Blue.
I just like the part where they're trying to play legitimate, honest weapon footsies at the end. Blue's like, you know what they put in the footsie handbook, right? Fierce Hotto, aka the gun.
Oh boy. All right, he's using them rolls to try to gain some space, and Blue got in there looking real dangerous. All right, march to the command grab. All right, try the anti-air to contain Blue, but didn't quite work out.
A little bit closer. Blue's willing to use the space. Runs in after the grenade. EX. And is this going to be a confirm into the Sabah? There it is. Now, I dare say Blue has to be careful for the Super Sabah coming out, but after what we saw in the last round, doesn't really have to. Still going to play the range game.
Yeah, usually in those scenarios, he had just been going in for the tick throw or some more pressure, but he decides to back off after the last few games.
Here comes JumpJo, slowly working his way in for another 2U, but nothing there.
Nice, sweet.
Oh, backside. This is Joe's chance. What?
That wasn't a combo.
No, that was Tick Super. Oh, this is Joe's chance right here. You're gonna burst on it. When in doubt, shoot it out.
Flashing for his eyes when he saw that yellow man marching toward him.
Battle 2. Engage.
Bloo was sitting there like, what's 2 hits? What's 2 hits? What's 2 hits?
So Bloo got the quarters, taking control. Looking pretty smooth so far.
No, we just running the grenade game over here. Yo, I respect. Yo, he part of the OG. I don't care that he jumped. Bloo pouted. We gonna have to give him his card.
This is a nice jump in. Bloo crouching gets the confirm. EmptyJumpJo taking things back in his own hands.
Definitely Evelyn. JumpJo just got the Super Sabar right on cue.
Another big jump in. Bloo being a little too busy on that part of the screen, and EmptyJumpJo is kind of keyed in on it.
Uh-oh.
It is again.
Uh-oh. So you thought? So you thought?
Battle 3. Engage.
All right.
One of the rare instances of hyper armor that still exists in society. And here's Bloo in control on the left side this time.
I mean, Vaseraga got that armor glowing, so anything can be dangerous for Bloo.
Lift out of the air.
So we march.
Ooh!
Yeah.
Oh, and EmptyJumpJo finally living up to his name, comes in with the JU this time. Wasn't ready for Bloo to come over the top, and Bloo might have recognized it. There's no anti-airs there. In fact, 3 jumps. I think that says that it's a free airspace.
Bloo pushes just a little too far though, giving EmptyJumpJo an opportunity to swing back. So there it is. There's that straight to the command grab out of the march.
It actually took a couple of seconds, couple of ticks, if you will, just to make sure that Bloo wasn't really pressing anything, wasn't going anywhere, for finally going for the snatch and getting the second game for Reboot. 1-2, right?
Yep.
Okay. I need to actually look at this. 1-2. Cool. Now what's Bloo doing?
Are you about to go back to the guy on the box?
Maybe Vegeta.
That could be the case as well.
Gran.
Nope, we going back to over-reliable. Blue's bread and butter. Give me the guy on the box.
Man, I was sitting there blocking. I was so sure of my defense, but you know, if I could have just DP'd away from that command throw, and here we are in game 4. And I still think Blue's gonna have a lot of free reign with the projectile game, mid-range, long range, because we haven't really seen EmptyJumpJo using any of the sparks. Like there have been like no more than 3 in the 3 games.
Yeah.
1. Engage.
Taking some space, gonna throw the fireball out. Coming in with the 2U, trying to start some pressure.
Good jump. Doesn't get it deep enough though, because wasn't expecting a button to be there. Still good nonetheless for the space.
EmptyJumpJo bulldogging.
Get back in the corner, but not willing to let Bloo come in off of a tick. Oof. And that's actually a really good charge to get out of the corner. Yeah, ready for it.
Yeah, Blue pressed that Hiccup way too far, and EmptyJumpJo got the punish.
Couldn't stand up in time. Blue with a couple of nickels and dimes, but again, when Joe's getting into the corner, he's starting to get really antsy and fighting back through the string.
Okay, grab that dodge and that empty jump, jump you from that empty jump's been doing has just been really good, like baiting out responses and just playing with the Blue sense of what's happening.
Bro, you want to talk about baiting responses? On a big hand check at the end. Here's Blue.
Ooh, that was a very bold roll on the corner and no response from Blue, so EmptyJumpJo has that opportunity to get out of the corner and tries to press on the EX Blue.
Okay.
I think it was just like a smidge too early.
Oh, the counter hit. You takes the second round for Blue. In a round where no supers were used.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, okay. Counter hit to you on the run in. EmptyJumpJo back in the corner and gets the momentum back after blocking the overhead. And throws the dodge again.
I thought it was kind of funny. Ooh, wait a second.
That was almost devastating.
Yeah.
That's like the one anti-air you never want to get in this game.
Ooh.
And that's it.
Hell, what a conversion. EmptyJumpJo. Gonna have to take the empty out of there because those jumps were doing numbers, closing it out with an air-to-air, meaning he had to jump. But tish.
So that's 3-1. The first set win from the Reboot crew. Put the total score at 7-3.
Yeah.
For our last set of the match for the night, we're gonna have Ahi versus LaughingHyena. So at this point, no matter how many wins Reboot gets, they can't make up the score difference. But we're gonna play it out anyway. Get the total score for you.
See, you're not supposed to tell the people that. Some people wouldn't have thought about that. Blue literally had one job, and it was mission accomplished. Everything else is icing on the cake. But yeah, gonna see if the Coastal Conquerors can run up the score count, or see if Reboot can, make it look a little bit closer when we look back in the record book.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine 7-6 looks better than 9-3, right?
Probably.
Or I should say
10-3.
10-3, yeah. All right, so Ahe, she's got Ladiva as her character, and LaughingHyena is listed as Soriz. So it's gonna be a really up close and personal match.
Yeah. Somebody's getting snatched or somebody's getting punched. Take it how you will.
Pretty much.
Am I the only one who's kind of disappointed that LaughingHyena isn't playing Loe?
I don't know.
Seemed to fit the theme a little bit more. I just really sit in the lobby getting pumped up. Yeah, okay.
All right, looks like we got our players up.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Sitting down on the cab, ready to roll for the last match for the Reboot Run It Back team exhibition.
Mm-hmm.
Ever we hit the X buttons and we get in there.
Cross them swords.
Yeah, that's the one thing that'll never feel right about trying to make things work online is, trying to get the real segue into the match and everything. Kind of hard to line things up on the internet.
Yeah, that is true.
We're gonna make it. Hopefully we're gonna make it. Think Hyena's got it? Do you think Hyena can at least get a game? Let's start there.
Actually, do not know LaughingHyena's experience in the game, much like Chambliss, so we'll have to see. Because LaughingHyena might get in there and he might know Soriz stuff, and I might be just like floored. But we'll see.
That's one of the many reasons why exhibitions like this are so entertaining and amusing to watch, because you just never know. You never know until you got a VOD to look back at.
Sure. And I'm not really familiar with, but I imagine she and the rest of that Savannah crew play this game pretty often, so my at least base assumption is that she knows her stuff.
You know what they say after all. There's one of two ways to a crowd's heart. Through the arena or through love. Believe in victory. Battle.
And here we go. Oh! 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 I hate just out here showing the entire move list.
Went ahead, just put the mask on too.
Wait a minute. Here is Hyena. Getting a tick throw. Ooh. Jumps over to you, get the throw. Full confirm into the Sabbat run. We got a slobber now.
LaughingHyena ain't gonna go down quietly.
Nah. Neither one of them are. They coming in swinging.
Don't counter hit. Yeah. All right, got the meaty confirmed. Got the corner push.
That 2-ace counter hit was looking kind of scary for a second.
And that drop kick that Ladiva's famous for.
Let's go! And that one right there, good old 2U. Gotta run it.
All right, finishing out with that lariat.
Full swinging for the lariat. That was a chipper thing. That caught Hyena trying to run for dear life. And that's 3 rounds, that's 3 5-8 starters. And I'm not mad at it, especially after the first one.
All right, 2U just doing a ton of work today.
Wake up 5A is working as well on the other side. So you.
All right, got the tick throw. Meaty counter hit 2U. There it is again. Ooh, and this time the headbutt lands, and we got to confirm. And that's the first one. Oh, go ahead.
That's the first one. I was trying to let you finish. You were talking, but the thing I was gonna say, what I really liked about the headbutt wasn't the headbutt itself, but the fact that it was set up with the early 2B.
Believe in victory.
Kind of really coaxed Hyena into trying to move afterwards.
Jump, empty jump, but empty jump to bait out the anti-air. But gets a small little follow up there. But anti-air from LaughingHyena. I wanted the fact that it hit threw her off.
Possible. But is back on the center again, taking another throw from the headbutts with finish strategy that's been working pretty well so far. Wake up super. Yeah, Hyena just a little overconfident that there wasn't going to be any kind of response and thought wrong.
Just try to LaughingHyena just try to take that powder flesh and not really too worried about his opponent, but yeah, he's willing to resist just as much as EmptyJumpJo is. Punishes did whip the anti-air.
It was looking for the jump out there, but was either just a little too early for the jump or a little late for Hyena coming down. Oh, that's heads up right there. That's game knowledge right there. Hold up. Hold up. That's some game knowledge.
LaughingHyena pretty much just holding up in the corner. Doesn't want to get thrown at this point. Perfectly willing to get hit. Uh-oh.
Hey, remember that part where you said he wasn't willing to get thrown? I think the ref disagrees with you. Down for the count.
Ding, ding, ding. That's 2 on the board for Ahe.
The only thing that makes me sad is that was the second game and not the third, because that would have been the perfect way to send this off.
Yeah, it would have actually.
I have to see if we can run that back again in game 3, or see if LaughingHyena can break the trend thus far and get on the board.
Believe in victory. Battle 1.
Here we go. Brought it back, the 5H opener, but the 2U follow-up.
What's the timing for the command grab? So not able to fully capitalize, but hey, 2U back because the ankles are pretty much dust right now.
On media again, yeah. Because in the sequence before that, saw that Hyena was still willing to press buttons. That's a bit of an interesting drop right there. But it gives Hyena a little bit of a chance.
Taking some momentum, but 2U again.
And so the thing that was kind of sad right there at the end was Hyena gets the knockdown, and you see he's not willing to press because he has the fear of getting like reversal super, but Ahe didn't have any meter.
Yeah, that resource awareness was not there.
That gives Ahe the chance to get yet another sweep for the Coastal Conquerors, send us off into the night. Hyena punching for dear life to stay in this match.
All right. Hyena got a nice little punish there. Guess the rush punch confirmed. But Ahe swinging things back in her direction. Right back in LaughingHyena's direction. But oh no. Oh, ooh, jump throw, but no punish on the way down.
Another chance. Jumps over the super, so this is really huge for Hyena. Can he close this out? Quite easy.
All right, tied up the rounds. Got an opportunity to get on the board.
How long will this opportunity last?
That round starts unreliable.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
You're right. Yeah, we got a lot of back and forth swinging.
Learn from that.
All right, yeah. So yeah, LaughingHyena is blocking those 2Us a lot more, getting some punishes, and so things are switching. As I say, as the headbutt comes to effect.
Yeah, that's like phase 2. Blocking the 2Us is phase 1, but getting through 2B and the headbutts is phase 2. And Hyena survives, gets another confirm into a Sabah, and gets the game, so doesn't get shut out of it.
So yeah, Ahe's gonna have to look elsewhere from 2U at least a little bit, because clearly LaughingHyena sees that and he's taking advantage of it.
2B headbutt, I'm telling you. That's the next step.
There it is, like you said. The headbutts, we got the tick throws, and things are swinging Ahe's way. Got the counter hit from the wake up buttons.
Aye.
Coming in from the top rope, and that's all she wrote.
Quite literally, that's all she wrote in the first round. So there's one more piece of the puzzle that we saw a little bit of that Hyena's gonna have to be careful of. Saw 2B into nothing, trying to see if there's any buttons. Won't be surprised if the tick throw set up from 2B in this round.
That's definitely possible. Yeah. LaughingHyena got clipped by the lariat.
Got dunked by the headbutt, tossed in the corner by the command throw, but not willing to take 2 scoops. Hey!
Counter hit overhead. But LaughingHyena is not able to complete the confirm, and that's not what you want to see. You need to make that comeback.
There's no chance for that comeback.
Okay.
Tell me how you really feel, girl.
Okay.
How you really feel. Just walk up super on yoink.
The biggest difference between
Just
winning
knew
and
that Hyena was willing to stand up and press a button one more time, and that was the last mistake that he made. Is I had called it plain as day